Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Ask Brad. Our question that we're dealing with today is essentially, can I use car paints on my guitar? And the answer is yes, you can use automotive paints on your guitar. If you're talking about starting from bare wood, chances are you're going to want to start with a sealer. That's probably going to serve you better than an automotive primer would. If you're painting over paint that's already there, you don't necessarily need a primer, but if you were going to put something on there, it would be a primer and not a sealer. Aside from that, you're fully welcome to use automotive paints if that's what you choose. The nitrocellulose lacquers that they used to use on guitars, and that they still sometimes do, if I'm not mistaken, those were automotive paints prior to that. And the polyurethanes that they use on them now, a lot of them, yeah, those are car paints too. So there's no reason that you can't use car paint on your guitar. This is actually a weirdly simple question for a change. So obviously there are different kinds of automotive paints. The most common ones being the polyurethanes, typically the catalyzed ones now. There are also automotive acrylics. Some people paint cars with enamels. There's no reason why you can't use any of those on your guitar. They're all relatively durable. They can give you a high quality finish. There may be an argument in there somewhere for whether or not they affect your tone and how. But on an electric guitar, on a solid body electric guitar, I'm convinced that you're not going to hear any kind of difference, so go for it. Now, the qualm here comes in if you're painting an acoustic guitar, then I'd go as far as to say no, you should not use automotive paints for that, the modern automotive paints, the polyurethanes or enamels or anything like that, because in those guitars, the sound is very dependent on how the soundboard vibrates, how the guitar resonates in general. So on those ones, you're going to probably want to stick to the more classic vintage acoustic guitar finishes. People have done some experimenting with that, and I'm not going to say it doesn't sound good. In some cases, it very well does sound good. It's just they sound different, right? So if you don't want something that sounds not quite the way it was intended to, stick with your nitrocellulose lacquers, your oil finishes, your why am I drawing a blank here? The French polish. What is that done with? I'm sorry. Shellac. My apologies. Shellac, stuff like that. And those more classic finishes are going to be able to deliver that more classic tone for you. So I hope that answers the question. If you have other questions that arise from this or that don't arise from this, let me know in the comment section below so that I can answer them in future videos or down there. And as always, thanks for watching. Have a good one. See you next time.